everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today let's go through opening 2 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime series. After all, this opening was amazing, both from a visual and musical standpoint. So let's start from the beginning, as we get to see our 4 main characters as we zoom in on them respectively. But we see Rook and Yuga standing back to back, followed by both Seven's Road Magician and Dragia's fighting. This shows a sign of respect from both Rook and Yuga, as well as the fact is their rivalry in dueling aspect hasn't disappeared. We are most likely going to see a third duel between the two later on within the series. My reasonings for saying this are simple. It fits both the visual aspect and the musical aspect. The music sounds like something you'll find in a fighting anime. Yes, it's something you would come across in a martial arts or boxing or fighting, or like something quite dramatic and hard-hitting. Punchy is the word I'm looking for. Moving on though, bouncing around a bit within this opening, we have Gakuto. This shows him obtaining a waifu as his new main ace monster, which I don't mind, as his previous monster, Yami Ruler, didn't really do much for me. I didn't find it that interesting. But the scary thing about Gakuto from this opening was seeing Gaku Ting. Yes, please do not give us that again. I enjoyed it, but I did not want to see it anymore. Okay then, it's time to talk about the main thing that everyone online has been talking and going crazy about. Baseball Utopia. This, I think, is a red herring. I do not think we're going to see XYZ summoning added to rush dueling. Now, I love XYZ summoning. It's my favourite summoning mechanic. Trying to say that word. But in all likelihood, this Utopia is going to be an advanced summon monster. Looking at the overlay materials, they look like baseballs. So it's a visual reference to Zexal. It's not the standard overlay units we've come to know and love from the Zexal/Zale anime. And just because we're getting Riding Rush Duels and Jack Atlas's D-Will is in the Goha Museum, does not confirm or mean we are getting synchro summoning either. Now then, seeing Utopia is cool and all, but do not worry. I do not feel like there's any cause to worry about the old mechanics returning. I present you this idea instead. Looking at it from this angle, what if the new mechanic tease for rush dueling is in fact a way of introducing legend monsters from the extra deck? So you can see things like your Red Dragon Archfiend, Stardust, Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, and of course your Utopia from the extra deck, but they only are allowed to use once per duel. If it faints or gets destroyed, can't come back. It's like your Blue Eyes White Dragon or your Summon Skull that we've seen so far before. You're only allowed one in the deck, and the way to get it out is by using a spell or trap card. I think that'd be pretty cool. I do not think we're going to get loads of like a flooding of the old mechanics. So think of it that way. Maybe it could happen. Seeing the Goha siblings within this intro allows us to see them in a more clearer picture. The designs look amazing, especially the female design. I would love it if she has a sassy or fiery personality. I think that would match up well with some of the characters we've already seen before within Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Now, each member of the Goha siblings has a colour and their outfits, which could give us some sort of hint as to what attribute or what ace monster they're going to be using based on what we see in this intro. For the brunette female character with the red crown, her ace monster could be that fairy that we see with green hair and, of course, the red orbs within her earrings, which matches the red piece on this girl's crown. The blue head character could be using the blue Leviathan dragon that is obviously a legend monster that we've had from a previous Yu-Gi-Oh! Show. I think it's called Levia Dragon Dalusis. I can't pronounce that last one, but you see it up on screen here. The sibling with the yellow coat on, I think this is the Utopia user and will be a one-off duelist. I feel like this character will actually only use it once and we'll never see it again. Unless it's something more important. And I think the guy with red hair and maybe has one of the coolest designs. Maybe the second. I think the female has him beat in terms of cool designs. I think he's the one to use Millennium Shield, as it matches the blue diamond he has on his crown. And of course, the blonde-haired leader looking guy is most likely using that bird jet monster, as we know he's the one to be using the riding rush duel feature within the future episode to come. But none of this has been confirmed yet. This is all just speculation and guessing on my part. As of recording this video, we have no confirmation. The silhouette of the sibling that's standing behind the others looks like Yugioh, and I really hope it's not, because I like the theory about Yugioh being the former sibling of Goha, but it's a bit too obvious. Then again, to give Seven's credit where it's due, it does have a way of making the obvious really entertaining and fun. And speaking of shadows, that shadowy monster looks ferocious. Hopefully it will appear with our new antagonists, giving them a bit more of a sinister vibe and aura. That electrical surge that we see could be a hint at the new summoning mechanic, as I think, to me, it could symbolise a shock to the rush duel system based on its colour schemes, as it does match with colours of the rush robot, those being blue, green, red and white. In fact, that double shot of seeing both the females and the male characters performing actions that are in their own comfort zone and matches their personality, I thought was really sweet and visually looks pleasing. Plus, we also see all of the Oko girls returning. So could they possibly return? And maybe they have a connection to the Goha siblings if they are all in fact individual people. I think that would be pretty cool, but we'll have to wait on that one. The image of Swirly does make me think that underneath the chameleon outfit, Swirly could be a female character. Now, the voice in the episode doesn't really give us much of a hint, but it's the glittery, bubbly effect and the colours that are quite soft and quite vibrant that are used just makes me think that. It kind of looks like the colours we would see from, say, candy that Roman uses. And lastly, this is nothing groundbreaking, but the last shot of the opening with the items that represent each of our four main characters was a nice way to end off this opening, as the theme of friendship and bonds will still heavily be involved within the storyline. Even if that shadowy mystery figure with the Goha siblings turns out to be Yugioh, this ending just shows that the group will remain as one unit throughout, or by the end. They will all remain friends. They will all stick together because they created that bond and that friendship. Obviously, we got the watch for Rook. We've got the pins and the logo for Gakuto. We got the phone with Roman for, well, Roman. And we've got Yugioh with the dual disc. So those were my thoughts on the opening. It was very fast paced, like the 13 episode pattern that we have for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. Hopefully that gets broken. The music helps to get you hyped and excited for things to come. And I love the change that we have from that light-hearted rush, rush, go rush to the rush, rush, rush. Bit more aggressive with that one. I find that this opening just is a lot more pleasing to listen to. It seems like a song I would listen to more just on its own, like outside of watching the anime, as to the na 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 na. I mean, that was really cool and it grew on me over time, but this one, that music just hits me straight away. I loved it. Now, real quick on the ending, I'm not too excited by the visuals or the music, if I'm perfectly honest. Music is probably the best thing about the ending, but I did like season 1's because it was a bit more creative in having the voice actors and voice actors kind of sing the characters' ending. Plus, the visuals in season 1 matched the focus character, but I am willing to give this new ending some time. Seeing the robot dancing was funny and all, but I think that might go stale sooner rather than later. So, let me know your thoughts and what you think of this opening and ending in the comment section down below. Anything I missed or anything you think I've elaborated and gone too crazy on, of course, let's have a conversation about it. And I do hope you've enjoyed this breakdown / my thoughts video. Hit like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Alligator, mud in it, goodbye.